Hey everyone, it's Olivia, and today I'm going to be talking about my best purchases and my worst purchases that I've made throughout quarantine. Throughout the past year, out of boredom, I have impulsively bought quite a few things that I would have never impulsively bought if quarantine did not happen. So let's reflect and see which of those spontaneous purchases were worth it or not. My first best purchase was my mini fridge. Now, a mini fridge, it definitely promotes laziness even more than I already had before, but I've been loving my mini fridge. I bought it for about, I think, around $200, and it is just the best thing ever because I've been able to, one, hide the food that I want to keep all for myself from my parents in there. It's my mini fridge, and it's also way closer to me than my kitchen, you know, those extra 20 steps. It's pretty rough. But yeah, it's just very convenient to have like my own food in my own space and not have to worry about anyone stealing it or whatever. Now, my first worst purchase of quarantine, and this is the number one worst purchase, are my Squishmallows. Don't get me wrong, I love my Squishmallows, but in reality, I do not need a single one of these. It's a total waste of money. I bought my first one way at the beginning of 2020, and I really didn't think anything of it. I wasn't too obsessed with it, but I did love it. And then a few months passed and then Squishmallows became a big thing on TikTok. Naturally, I gave in and I started buying a few more. And then I took a pause again. And then as I started to develop pretty bad anxiety in September, I just went crazy. I went ham. I bought so many and I think I have over 50 now. And it is just so unnecessary. I don't need them. Yes, they're great. Lovely to cuddle with. But yeah, I really regret buying them because it's such a waste of money, but I can't let them go. Now, my second best purchase, which is probably actually my number one best purchase, would be my Nintendo Switch. My Nintendo Switch, I think, cost around $400, and that's a lot of money. It was very scary to put that investment into a gaming system because I've never been that big of a gamer. I've always just liked Mario games. But there are so many Mario games for the Switch that it totally makes it worth it. Pretty much every morning when I first wake up, I'll pull out my Switch and play my games for about an hour or two. And so that automatically makes it worth it. Also, it is great because whenever me and my boyfriend are hanging out and we get bored or whatever, I have that and you can easily play 2-player stuff on it. So that is also great. It gives me and my boyfriend something to do. One of the games that I do regret buying though with it would be Animal Crossing. I gave into the hype. Maybe I just don't know how to play it correctly, but I really don't think it's that hard to understand. So I played it for a few hours and I realized this is just very boring, and so I kind of regret purchasing that, but I could also sell it. So it's not that big of a deal, but honestly, I don't understand the hype. My favorite game that I purchased would be Mario Odyssey. I do also love Mario Sunshine though, don't get me wrong, that's my favorite Mario game, but Odyssey is pretty amazing. It is, it blew my mind away. Honestly, it's probably better than Sunshine, but Sunshine will always have a special place in my heart, so can't give it the top spot. My second worst purchase, which isn't the most terrible purchase because it's a TV. So I have 2 TVs to myself, which sounds very spoiled, but I did buy them both. So I splurged on myself, I spoiled myself. So I have one big TV in my living room area, which I did a room tour on. If you want to check that out, little plug, you know. But then when I started watching The Office and getting really into it, there were just some times that I really wanted to watch it in my bed. So it was around Black Friday and I decided to splurge on a TV for my bedroom. I use it sometimes, but I don't think I use it enough to justify the $200 that I spent on it. But also, it's a TV, it's a brand new TV, it's gonna last a long time, so I'll definitely have good use for it in the future, but for right now, it wasn't the best purchase, so yeah. My third best purchase, which is just an accumulation of a bunch of purchases, would be just all of my room decor and the furniture I got for my room, because I have been spending an endless amount of time in my bedroom since quarantine started, and when it first started, it was still very young and just not my vibe, so I painted my walls, I got new wall decorations, I just did a lot to make it more me, and I have no regrets because Now I enjoy spending time in my room. I mean, I always have, but like now I enjoy it and I vibe with it. My third worst purchase would be my Apple AirPods. They were a good idea in theory, but I am deaf in one ear, so I really don't use AirPods unless I want to use it for a sneaky reason. So the reason why I wanted to buy them was because at work, you know, there was just a lot of downtime. I worked in a movie theater, so I just wanted to get AirPods so I could sneakily listen to music or watch TV shows when I'm at work and not have my managers know. But as soon as I bought them, like 2 weeks later, we shut down again. So I never used it for that purpose, and I really have not used them since. So kind of regret that. My fourth best purchase would be my couch. So I bought myself this couch for my little living room that I have because, I mean, it can't be a living room without a couch. I mean, it could, but you know. I use this couch every day. I lay on it every day. I hang out on it. It's just the best thing ever. Plus, whenever I move out, I won't have to worry about buying a couch. And that is like a huge purchase for like when you first move into a house. So like, I'm gonna have that already purchased and not have to deal with it then. My fourth worst purchase would be my pet stroller. So one day I saw this lady walking her dog in a stroller. And I was like, I have 2 cats and they never go outside. So I thought that this would be a good way to, like, you know, take them outside on walks with me because leashes don't really work on cats if you didn't train them young. So I used it for like about a good week and then I just kind of forgot about it. I've never really been an outdoorsy person. I never really go on walks. So I haven't really used it, and that's why it was kind of a waste of money. But it's also a thing that I'm gonna have for a long time. Maybe one day I'll spontaneously want to walk again. Walk outside again. But for now, I'm not really using it, so it was not the best purchase. My fifth and final best purchase would be my new MacBook Pro. This is my most recent purchase, but I bought it because 1, I wanted to restart my YouTube channel. 2, I'm planning a career to do with video editing, so a MacBook was really important for me for that. I've always loved editing on Final Cut Pro, and that is something that you can't get on a PC. So I've always had a Mac, but it was from like 2011. It was really old. Now 10 years later using it, it is just absolutely horrible. It runs so slowly and just wasn't working out for me anymore. So I put in the thousands of dollars into getting a new MacBook so that I could, 1, edit with way smoother processing, and 2, well, that's really the only reason why I got it, but it's really nice. And for my fifth and final worst purchase, it is gonna be my Keurig, for sure. One day I was spontaneously in Target and I had like a $50 gift card. I walked past the aisle with the Keurigs and they were on sale for like $70 or $80, I believe. And I saw the gorgeous pink one and I was like, I need to get this even though I don't drink coffee. A few years ago, my family had a Keurig. It did eventually break, but I always made hot chocolate with that Keurig. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy this Keurig. It's gonna be my hot chocolate Keurig. I've literally only used it once and I've had it for 7 months. So that is like such a bad purchase. Granted, 50 of the $70 or $80 was on a gift card, but I totally could have used that gift card for other things. So yeah, I highly regret getting that Keurig. I'm sure I'm gonna use it a few more times for my hot chocolate, but really, I had to buy a whole machine to make hot chocolate instead of just buying those easy packets. Alright, so that concludes this video of me explaining my best and worst purchases of quarantine. If you enjoyed this video or just enjoyed watching me ramble and talk, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and hit the bell notifications because then you'll be notified every time I post a video, which I post every Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So I will see you guys next week.